I am your personal guide on this journey of growth. How are you doing? How is it with you? How is everyone? Good morning, if it's morning where you are, because I know it's morning somewhere. Good evening, because it's also evening somewhere. Thank you for joining me today. Um, those that also watch the replay, thank you so much for joining me. I am so appreciative. Give me 1 minute. Okay, just wanted to be sure that our audio is good. So we are live on Facebook, we are live on Instagram, we are live on LinkedIn. Just a minute. Okay, I can't see the LinkedIn, but let me just refresh. Okay. All right, we're live on LinkedIn. And finally, let me check that we are live on YouTube. Yes, we are live on YouTube. So anyone that is convenient for you, join me there. Join me wherever is convenient. So yes, and we're also live on our Growth Habits Facebook page. I think it's page, not group. Yeah, I think it's the Facebook page. Growth Habits Facebook page. So yes, welcome to Growth Habits with Ngozi. Remember that I'm your personal guide on this journey of growth. I don't just tell you how to go on the journey. I don't just show you how to go on the journey. I actually go on this journey of growth with you. Today is session 159. We're going to be talking about commanding respect without demanding it. Commanding respect without demanding it. This is the last session in the month of June. It is the last day of the month of June, actually. So tomorrow we go into the second half of the year fully, the first day of July. And so we're concluding this series that we've been on for the month of June. We're concluding the series today. And if you remember, give me a second. Okay. If you remember, this month of June, we're talking about influence, power, and personal authority. And we said that we are going to learn how to own the room without raising our voice. How to own the room without raising our voice. That was a general theme for this month of June. And we in week one we talked about executive presence. That was what we discussed in week one, and we discovered that people begin evaluating you before you open your mouth, long before you speak. So your presence, the confidence and you exude, the credibility you exude by your very presence is important and is key. And we learned that influence begins with who we are before it is expressed through what we say. In week two, we looked at energy management, managing our energy, and personal magnetism. That was what we looked at in week two. And we said that people remember our words, yes, but they also remember how we made them feel when we are interacting with them, the energy that we bring into the room. That was what we talked about in week two. In week three, we looked at speaking with conviction. Now we are speaking because you can't not speak. Yes, your presence matters, how you carry yourself, all those things are key, but at a point, you're going to have to talk. And you need to be able to speak with conviction. You need to be able to speak with energy. You need to be able to speak with conviction, with credibility. People need to be able to truly understand what you're saying. They need to be able to relate with whatever it is you are saying, because it's your words that will communicate the vision that you carry, that will communicate the values that you propose, the purpose that you are living out. Your words will communicate all that. Then last week we talked about authority without arrogance. Because yes, you can command all the presence, carry the right energy, speak with conviction. But if you're arrogant, if you're carrying all this with arrogance, people are not going to follow you. Not really. They might just obey you out of compulsion, maybe because you have some kind of authority over them, but they will not follow. They will not willingly follow. So we saw that true authority, you don't diminish other people in order to showcase true authority. You develop other people. That is how you exercise true authority. And today, like I said, we are concluding everything: the presence, the energy, the communication, the authority. All these lead to one outcome, and that is respect. Respect. All these things we're talking about, because we need to be able to command respect and not to demand respect. We need to be able to command respect and not demand respect. Because see, your position does not always guarantee that you will have respect. Because you can be a manager, a pastor, CEO, parent, very important, community leader, and nobody respects you. We assume that those positions carry respect automatically, but they really don't. They don't always carry respect. When we look at life and what happens, we find that they don't always just carry respect automatically. Because if it were like that, why do we not have people who are like ordinary people and yet they command great respect? They command great, yet they don't have any position. So yes, of course, some positions kind of command some respect, but it is essential that you that is occupying that position commands the respect, not just that the position has some respect. That is obedience more likely. So we're talking about today commanding respect without demanding it. We can't really force respect, whether we like it or not. We can't. It has to be earned. Respect is earned. That's one thing that I think parents struggle with, because we assume we're in a position of authority over our children. They should respect us. They should, but you also have to earn their respect. You do have to earn their respect. So what is this respect we're talking about? Is a deep sense of admiration, a sense of trust, a sense of esteem that people develop towards someone. And this is because of the person's character, the person's competence, the person's integrity, the person's values, and their consistent behavior. This is what commands respect. So that deep sense of admiration, trust, and esteem that we develop towards someone because of their character, their competence, their integrity, their values, and their consistent behavior. That is respect. So it's not just politeness, but sometimes we think that is what it is. It's not just politeness, because some people are polite because of etiquette. They're polite, but they don't respect you truly. So respect is something that someone gives voluntarily. It's not forced. It's not forced. It's that willingness that someone has to value someone else's opinion. So you see, it's the person's choice. To trust your judgment is the person's choice. To appreciate your character is the person's choice. So respect is earned. Is earned because it's the person's choice. It's the person's choice. It's not compulsory. They must not respect you just because you're in a higher position than they are. They must not. It's their choice. So Please, if you join me, do let me know. I can see. Okay, I see who's on Instagram today. You chose to move to Instagram today and not Facebook. Okay, I can see. I also see some people on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining me. Um, yeah. So then when we say command respect, well, of course, like I said, it doesn't mean you're demanding respect. It means that you're living in such a way that respect flows naturally towards you. The respect just flows naturally. Is that you're demonstrating um, behaviors, attitudes, values that inspire confidence from people without you asking for it. It just inspires confidence, inspires trust, inspires admiration from people without, sometimes you don't even realize it. You do not even realize it many a times. So once again, I repeat, it is the choice of the person to respect you. Is not, there's really not, the only thing you can do is to be someone that is worthy to be respected. That is your own. You can't make any person respect you. You can't force any human being to respect you. You cannot. You just have to earn it. So remember that we're trying to command respect and not demand respect. Command it, let it flow naturally from people towards you. So one of the things that helps you command respect is consistency. That is, you're consistently someone that can be respected. It's not that once in a while, your character once in a while is trustworthy. Once in a while, you're consistent in your integrity. No, it has to be something you do all the time. It can't be today, I'm a person of integrity. Tomorrow, I am not. You cannot command respect. You cannot when you're like that. So it has to do with something that is earned through consistency. This has to be you all the time. The person that people will respect has to be you all the time, not you once in a while. Not you once in a while. It has to be someone that people can respect all the time. Remember that this respect is earned. It's earned. You can't force it, even if you try. You can't force it. Okay, so that means you can't just be exceptional one day, then you expect that people are respecting you. Or you're exceptional once in a while. It has to be consistently done. It has to become just who you are. It has to become just who you are. Do we remember um, Daniel in the Bible? We see that he earned extraordinary respect in Babylon. He didn't have to um, he didn't have to demand that people respect him in Babylon. They did because they saw that he was consistently a man of integrity. That was even the reason for which they started looking for his trouble. When they looked for something to bring him down, what was it? Is it not prayer? They knew that anything that had to do with God or with Daniel not praying, you won't find him there. They knew it. So he earned, even though they were looking for his downfall, they respected him for his integrity. And we see that even in the stories in the Bible, he served under multiple kings with different personalities, different political agendas, and he was still able to serve under all these kings because his character was consistent. They found him worthy always. They all recognized his character. All these different kings, with all their different political shenanigans, with all their different political cohorts, They recognized his character. They saw his consistency. And that consistency is what commanded the respect that he had in Babylon. So, one thing that I want to say here is that for you to really command respect, you do have to know who you are. You have to understand yourself very well, and you have to understand your purpose very well for you to, because that's the way you can be consistent. If you don't know who you are, if you're not self aware, you can't be consistent. So it's important. Now, how is this respect earned? How do we earn people's respect? One, you have to be a reliable person. There's no gainsaying it. There's no two ways to say it. You have to be a reliable person. You have to be someone that does what you say. If you say you will do something, you will do it. People have to know you as that. You have to be reliable. You have to be someone that is reliable. This is how you earn respect. You have to be someone that is of an excellent spirit. Excellence in your work, excellence in your relations with people, excellence all around. You have to be someone with an excellent spirit. So you have to be reliable, excellent. You have to be excellent. You have to be someone that serves. You use your influence to benefit others. That influence that you have, that position of authority, you use it to serve others. These are the ways that we can earn respect. Be reliable, reliability. Be excellent. Be a person of service. Use your position to benefit others. Use your influence to benefit others. Be a person of principle. Have principle. Remain faithful to your values, even when it's not convenient. There are some times that it's not convenient to remain faithful to your values, even in those times. I always tell us the story of somewhere that I worked, and someone was trying to influence me. And it got to the point where the person was chasing me around my office with an envelope. Remain faithful to your values. So I also remember I had a discussion with someone years ago. The person was like, "You say you're an accountant and you're working as an accountant in an office and you don't have properties all over town." I was like, "What's the connection?" Because me, I didn't see the connection. And the person was like, other people who are even less, well, I say less relevant or less well placed, better word, less well placed than you have this all over town. I'm wondering, how do they do it? Because I know how much I'm earning. So, the person began to tell me what people do and all that. I looked at it. These are not things I can do. These are not things I can do. So I said, thank you very much. Let me remain where I am. I cannot get myself involved in these things. Principles. You must remain faithful to your values, even when you're under pressure, especially when you're under pressure. Especially when you're under pressure. These are the ways that you earn respect. You have to be somebody that's empathetic. You have to feel for others. You have to be someone that seeks to understand before you seek to be understood. You have to be someone that seeks to understand others, understand people, before you seek for people to understand you. These are the ways that we earn respect, and of course, you must be consistent. Consistency is key. Your behavior must match your beliefs every single day. Your behavior must match the values you claim you have every single day. You can't say, for example, that you're a Christian and today The things you're doing, they don't look Christian. The way you are talking doesn't sound Christian. The actions that you're, portraying don't resemble Christ. You can't. So consistency is important. Your behavior must match your beliefs every single day, not some days. This is a hard one, I know, but this is how you command respect. This is how you command respect, and you must be someone that is trustworthy. Be someone that people can confidently depend on. Be someone that people can confidently depend on. How do we earn respect? Be someone that is reliable, be someone that is excellent, be someone that serves, be someone that keeps to their principles, be someone that is empathetic, be someone that is consistent, and be someone that is trustworthy. If you paid attention, that is a mnemonic and it is respect. RESPECT. R, reliable. E, excellence. S, service. P, principles. E, empathy. C, consistency. T, trustworthy. That is how you earn respect. That is how you earn respect. So you can see that the whole thing is about you working on you. Did you notice that everything there is about you? It's not about the next person. It's not about your job. It's not about your position. It's not about the authority you have or you don't have. It's not. It's about you working on you, your character. It's you becoming someone truly that people can respect. We talked about authority without arrogance last week. Also, respect and ego, they don't usually go together. They don't. Most times, respect cannot grow where ego is dominant, where your ego dominates. Because when your ego is in charge, you probably will not serve people. You probably will not be a person of service. So, because when your ego is dominating, you probably will interrupt people when they are speaking. So you're not being empathetic. You're not being um, of service to people. You can't serve someone you don't understand. Remember, we said is you aim to understand before seeking to be understood. If your ego is dominating, you won't attempt that. You will not bother. You want to be understood first before bothering to understand. Okay, so just want to check if there's any message. Yeah, quickly go through and see if there's any message, anything for me to respond to. Because once again, okay. Yeah, you would definitely, if you're someone that has ego, you probably will not be, you won't want to be corrected. You won't want to be corrected. You will always want to be recognized. You'll always want to take credit for everything. And all this does not earn you respect, cannot help you command respect. So it's essential that to command respect, you have to seek to understand before seeking to be understood. Because at times I hear people saying, but they didn't get me. Did you get them first? Did you understand what was really happening with that person when they did whatever it is they did? It's that step that most of us miss, including myself. That step of understanding before seeking to be understood. So it is essential if you want to earn respect. If you want to earn respect. Um, there are some things that do help us help earn respect. There are some, let's say, actions that we do that can help us. So I'm just going to give us 5 daily habits, 5 daily habits that will help us in earning respect. Number one is to honor people. Honor people. Treat everyone with dignity. Treat everyone with dignity, regardless of their status. Treat everyone, I can't overemphasize this, but treat everyone with dignity because everyone is deserving of dignity. Every single human being. So treat everyone with dignity. Honor every person. Don't begin to do these calculations we do in our head as if, we are the only people that matter. Treat everyone with dignity. Everyone. Excuse me. Excuse me. Treat everyone with dignity. Not some people, not the people that you think are worth it. No, treat everyone with dignity. Own your mistakes. Own your mistakes. Apologize quickly and sincerely when you're wrong. Apologize quickly and sincerely when you are wrong. Own your mistakes. We all make them. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Sometimes we think, oh, um, we'll only see other people's mistakes, but we all make it. So when you do make them, own it. Own it. Own the mistakes. Never stop learning. Never, never stop learning. These are, remember, we're looking at 5 daily habits that will help you earn respect. Never stop learning. People appreciate someone that has knowledge. Even if you're not like the master, but at least you know. They appreciate people that know a little about just about everything. So be someone that never stops learning. Be teachable. People always respect that. They do. They might not tell you, but they do. They might not tell you, but they do. They respect that you're teachable. Then offer encouragement to people. Offer encouragement. Be that person that encourages everyone. So offer encouragement. Just doing a quick round check once again. Build people up, then remain authentic. Don't change who you are, really. Don't. Don't sacrifice your values just to gain approval. Do not. Don't change who you are. Remain authentic. And with these 5 habits, if you can practice this daily, you will begin to see that you're commanding respect. You will begin to see that without your asking for it, people respect you. Honor people, honor everyone, own your own mistakes, own your mistakes. Never stop learning, offer encouragement, and remain authentic. Remain authentic. Remain authentic. Never sacrifice your values in order to gain any kind of approval. Remain authentic. Now, I would like us to even ask ourselves this as we are looking at, I mean, this is the last session of this month, but ask yourself or ask someone, invite a trusted person, a colleague, a family member, and ask them this question. Because you might ask yourself and you might not be able to answer yourself properly. So call someone and ask them, what quality in me earns your respect? Ask them. Make sure you ask people that will give you, I said this last week, make sure you ask people that will really give you the right answers, because there are people you ask this question and they just be beating about the bush. You don't want that kind. So, what quality in me earns your respect? And what areas could I strengthen? Ask it, like I said, ask a trusted friend, a trusted colleague, a family member. Ask them this question. And remember to receive the answer without being defensive. Don't try to defend yourself. Don't try to say, it's not because of anything. Just receive the answers they are going to give you and work on what you need to work on. And I want to give us one assignment. One assignment. Look for an opportunity this week. Look for an opportunity. An opportunity to use your influence, an opportunity to use your position for someone else's benefit. Look for it actively and ensure that you're doing this without expecting any recognition. That's the key. Look for an opportunity this week to use your influence, your position, your authority. Use it for someone else's benefit without expecting a recognition for it. If you do this week and you do it consistently, you will see that people will respect who you are because they are seeing your character. They are seeing your character. They are seeing who you truly are. And as we conclude this series for this month, remember that one executive presence may open the door, usually opens the door. Healthy energy makes people comfortable around you. Yes, it does. Your conviction, the conviction with which you speak, causes people to listen. Yeah, causes people to listen to you. Authority may give you responsibility, probably, but respect is what causes people to keep following you. Long after the meeting is over, long after whatever brought you together is over, long after your title has changed, you're no longer their boss. Long after the applause has faded, respect is what causes people to keep following you. Long after whatever, you know, made you, be in some kind of position, either of authority or what over them, is respect. That is what keeps them. So your titles can and most times will be taken away. I once was finance and admin manager somewhere. Today I'm not. So the title is gone. But the effect that I had on the people while I was there, that is all will remain. It's not the title. The positions can always change. You've seen people today, they are bosses, tomorrow they are not anything anymore. So positions change. The one thing that remains is your character. That is the one thing that remains. Seek to have people say this about you. Oh, she's a trustworthy person. Oh, she was always consistent. Oh, because of you, I became a better person. Let that be people's testimony about you because that shows that they have moved from just obeying you to respecting you. This is what we need to pursue. This is we need to look out for. So, as we bring this June series to a close and this session today, learn to live with integrity. Learn to speak with wisdom. Learn to serve with humility. Learn to lead with courage. Learn to build trust consistently. And our declaration for this week is, I will type it in later. Let me just say it. I choose to become a person whose character earns respect. I will lead with integrity, serve with humility, and influence with wisdom. I will be trustworthy, teachable, and consistent. My life will reflect the values of Christ, and my influence will leave people stronger, encouraged, and inspired. I will command respect, not by demanding it, but by becoming worthy of it. So I will put up that declaration for us. Please remember to say these declarations to yourself every morning. It's not enough to say it once. Saying it once does not give the results, honestly. It doesn't. You have to repeat it to yourself. I choose to become. I choose to become. That word was intentionally, I use that intention because it is a choice. I choose to become. I choose to become. I choose to become a person whose character earns respect. I will lead with integrity, serve with humility, and influence with wisdom. I will be trustworthy, teachable, and consistent. My life will reflect the values of Christ, and my influence will leave people stronger, encouraged, and inspired. I will command respect, not by demanding it, but by becoming worthy of it. And with that, yes, let me paste the declaration on Facebook. With that, we bring to conclusion the session for today. As always, remember to make today and every day count. Um, just give me a minute. Let me also post on Instagram because I always have to cut it into two for Instagram. I don't know why. Okay, I guess it has a okay number of letters. Okay. So, as I said, with that, we've come to the end of today's session. Remember to make today and every day count, be valuable, and ensure that you are always growing. We, for the month of July, I always want to just be sure. For the month of July, we're going to be looking at seasons of life. Seasons of life. That is understanding what season you're in and responding wisely to that season. That is what we are going to be looking at for the month of July. Thank you so much for joining me today on Growth Habits with Ngozi. Do have a lovely day and see you next week, Tuesday. The time remains 12 noon Nigerian time. Oh, yes, I said I would mention a couple of things. Let me quickly mention them. On Facebook, on my Facebook page, Ngozi Onwochoba, you can subscribe to that page and you will receive content that is different from what other people receive. I can't remember how much that is now, but I know it's not much. So subscribe. Then I also want to remind us that I have books, several books. So if you go on Amazon and you type Ngozi Omocholoba, the list of my books will show up. But I will put the link. Yeah, I will put it. I think I can do that right now. Let me do that before I go. Um, I'm trying to see. Type Ngozi Omocholoba. The list of my books will show. Okay. Oh, Lordy. All right. Let me try and put the link for you to get my books both on Seller and on Amazon. Okay, something is happening with this. Okay, I don't know. But I will put the link. Yeah, I will put it. I think my apologies right now. Let me do that before I go. Okay, my apologies. So I've posted it on Facebook. I think I will also put it on YouTube and yeah, I will also post it on. Uh, all right, so Amazon and Seller. Oh Lord, I'm trying to copy this. Okay, good. So that I can post it. Yeah, so that we can have the link to get my books before I. Okay. Posted the Amazon link. Let me also post the link to Seller. Okay. So get any of my books. I have several books out there. All right. So with that, we have come to the end of this session of Growth Habits with Ngozi. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me and do have an awesome day. Oh, yes, I've been doing a series on menopause. Tell me what you think of that series. I want to hear from you. Thank you so much and do have a lovely day. Bye.